Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, how Granite Staters can help victims of Hurricane Michael. Granite Staters interested in helping victims of Hurricane Michael in the Southeast can donate money through the American Red Cross. Donations are being accepted online now. For more information, visit www.redcross.org/donate/cmur-pub.html/. Man serving time for plotting to kill former boss asks for sentence reduction. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Mike Jerome Thompson says during the 10 years that he's been in prison, the health of his stepfather and mother has deteriorated drastically, and that's a dramatic enough change that his minimum sentence should be reduced. Jerome Thompson is currently serving 15 to 30 years in prison on several charges, including conspiracy to commit murder. He still has about 4 years left on his minimum sentence, which he is asking to have reduced to time served. Back in 2007, Thompson and two others plotted to murder his former boss, Ed Rich, with guns they stole from Rich's house. Rich was in the courtroom to object to any reduction in sentence. He told the judge his family still lives in fear more than a decade after the events, and the incident has taken a toll on the family. He says while he sympathizes with Thompson's parents and their struggles, 10 years is not enough. The judge said he would take the matter under advisement. There's no indication yet as to when he might issue his ruling. Reporting live outside Superior Court in Concord, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fall River mayor arrested, accused of defrauding investors to pay for lavish lifestyle. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB, Sean Shiaby.
Is hip or knee pain slowing you down? I'm Dr. Jake Drew, an orthopedic surgeon at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Learn about the advances in joint replacement surgery and find out why younger people are now having the procedure at wcvb.com/health.
Well, he says he is not guilty, but federal authorities say that young mayor built a high-end lifestyle on other people's money.
His actions were underhanded, shameless, and greedy.
Harsh words for Fall River Mayor Jazel Correa, accused of funding a lavish lifestyle with other people's money.
If you look at those bogus charges, or whatever they're called, there's not a single thing after an 18-month investigation that I did wrong as mayor of the city of Fall River.
Denying the charges, dressed in a suit, very different than the polo jeans and tousled hair in court. Correa was indicted on 14 federal charges, including wire and tax fraud, crimes that allegedly began before and carried through his time in office.
Taxpayers expect and deserve more from their elected officials.
Elected mayor in 2015 at just 23 years old, Correa won re-election. But court records show before taking office, he allegedly duped 7 people to invest in his app, Snow Owl. Instead of using that money for the company, the FBI says he took more than $360,000 from investors, then spent more than $230,000 on himself. A lavish lifestyle of luxury jewelry, cars, and adult entertainment.
This was not about poor accounting or honest mistakes.
Authorities say once Correa learned he was under investigation last year, he tried to cover up the scheme by filing amended tax returns.
We allege this was intentional fraud. We allege that he knew exactly what he was doing.
And authorities say that investors never received a dime back. The investigation is ongoing. Live at federal court in Boston, Sean Shibe on WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Maine native rides out Hurricane Michael in Panama City. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
The Landing at Cape Elizabeth, living your life meaningfully in the comfort of your home. Permanent and respite stays available with award-winning quality care. Ask us about a Maine Bridge to Home respite care in an assisted living setting. Call The Landing at Cape Elizabeth today.
Right now, I don't know if you can see it, but the rain is almost sideways.
From his home about 5 miles from the bay, Tim Chick says it's the wind, not the storm surge from Hurricane Michael, he fears will do the most damage. His home actually losing power right after our interview, forcing him to head out into the storm to fire up his generator.
When it starts getting over 100 miles an hour, sometimes, people lose roofs and then you have to worry about privacy fences and things like that.
Although his home is out of any of the mandatory evacuation zones, Chick says he couldn't have even left the area if he wanted to. An employee of AT&T, he'll likely be spending the coming days or even weeks assessing and repairing any of their damaged equipment.
Some of the roads won't be clear at first. There'll be power lines, laying all over the place.
But his focus today, making sure his family and neighbors are safe. Unsure of just how much damage they will eventually emerge to find.
Everybody kind of, sticks together, through these storms. In previous storms, I've had neighbors that ran an extension cord over to our generator and things like that. So, we all kind of touch base with each other, prior to the storm, and then, just kind of watch out for everybody.
Erin Dixon, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Thursday evening. And it was another bad day on Wall Street. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed in the red and went down. Euro/USD closed in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow tumbles over 500 points, bringing two-day losses to more than 1,300 points. Stocks fell sharply on Thursday in a second straight scare day on Wall Street as investors dumped equalities around the globe because of fears of rapidly rising interest rates, a possible global economic slowdown, and overly ambitious tech valuations. Images, videos show Michael's destruction. All I can see is devastation. Hurricane Michael left a trail of destruction in its wake after making landfall on the Florida Panhandle on Wednesday. The powerful force Category 4 storm is evident in dramatic footage showing demolished homes and submerged neighborhoods. Let's see these photos. Take a look. Wow. And as you saw those images of the destruction that Hurricane Michael did. And that does it for the Riley King newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.